after Dover. And then also Chris Ditz is going to be sent to the end of the line, not holding his brake.
All right, welcome to the Austin Dillon Did Nothing Wrong 200.
200 laps. It's going to be get up and go.
Medlin says he's going to recreate
Justin, before we get ready to take
this
That is the plan.
next turn off exit 4.
Hey, I just need to be looking at the finish line the whole time. I don't care who comes in the way.
You can still see those cars.
I think I see a 3 on that 15.
These cars getting ready to go into the turn, and they're coming out of the turn. They're double file though. Once they get single file or spread out, that's what I talk about. That conveyor belt.
Good luck, boys.
Going to be in traffic.
Yep, good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Laps into this race,
We're gonna need it.
Make it really interesting if it stays green. But we're about to go green.
Pace car into pit road, and the Bristol Thunder 200 presented by Lariat Productions is underway for Kevin Rogers. Aaron Smith the second. They send it down into turn number 1, and already our pole sitter has over a car length and a half a lead over the 70 machine. The rest of the field, they're trying to find a footing, get in line, and hopefully you survive. Here at Bristol, lap 1 goes to Gavin Rogers.
Larry Yingling getting a nice start, using the outside line, getting that momentum down that back straightaway right there, going to drive it to the bottom. And this is something we'll talk about often. Will drivers use the top, bottom, Cody Reed moving up already to third position, great run out of him. Started 6th up to 3rd, that's impressive. These drivers are definitely driving hard right here. 3 laps into this race already.
Already a little bit of bumping and shoving. Shintarian getting into Brian McCann. Both those drivers itching for every little position they can. And was watching some practice. Some drivers were doing some AI racing. That's enabled here on iRacing for you to kind of get a little bit more traffic practice. It looked like the inside row, very difficult to make passes after about 3 to 4 laps. Then it's all about the outside lane. If you're going to defend, you can defend very easily, like we saw there with McCann and Shintarian. And a lot of drivers going to be focusing on how do you make passes work. One driver that's trying to get on the move, that's the 7 of Douglas Newbigging, one of 8 drivers in a must-win scenario, as he's got Richard Wolfsfer right in front of him, battling for that 12th position.
You see it right on screen, the 7, he's got to get the win tonight. It'll be fun to definitely be zoomed in on this driver tonight. He's exciting, but so many other drivers. Look at this Brian P. Johnson right there. He's kind of running that middle line there, Sam. Didn't go high, didn't go low. We'll be talking about it all night tonight, where drivers choose, as you mentioned, hard to get passes done on that inside. But when everyone's at the top, you almost got to go down there. But fear, heating up those right front tires, as Brian P. Johnson going to get this pass over the 5 at the
All right, we're all in a line so we can wreck together.
Exactly.
Bring out the red.
Let's do it in style here.
Yeah.
A fabulous night as, again, 10 points back from Vincent Sora going for the regular season championship between the 30.
You want to be Logano or Hamlin?
Vincent Sora currently runs 9th place.
I think Logano. That Hamlin hit looked hard.
P. Johnson makes that pass and continues forward. Christopher Norris, part of the drivers that are in a must-win scenario, he currently is back in 20th position, and right now for the 38 machine, one of the stronger Bristol drivers, I would say. He's had some very good runs.
Might want to roll the top on him, Wade, if you're trying to get by him pretty hard.
He's had some strong runs also.
Well, when's it bomb me?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're blocking for 22nd place.
He's driving with his Storm Motorsports teammate of Andrew Medlin around one another. Andrew Medlin, one of the drivers that still technically could point his way in, but would be a perfect race.
Need a soundboard so I can play Austin's spotter. Wreck him!
Winning the stage, winning the race for the 12. Currently trying to find a footing back here in 25th position. That's not where you want to be for Medlin, who he needs to step it up if he wants to be a
Lap 13, I just ran my fastest lap.
That is something he'll be definitely trying to utilize tonight, is stepping up, but utilizing maybe that pit strategy later on in this race, trying to get some track position. We'll be definitely discussing that, but I can't believe how fast these laps are going. Already 15 into this 200-lap event. So really, as much as we're talking about drivers having time to get up there,
we're actually green all the way to 40. That's probably when I'm going to start pushing.
Sam, this is a race that the laps can fly by here fast, so you really got to make your moves and not be too patient.
Yeah, what's our estimate as we use ATVO as a lot of our live feed information. If this race stays green, now there will be a caution at the end of lap 60 will be our stage break, but hypothetically, if that stage stayed green to the end, this race could only be 45 minutes in length from here to the end. So these drivers know it can be very quick. Each lap of around a little bit less than 15 seconds. I think know that it could turn around just quickly. Andrew Mellon, though, on screen, the 12, always so focused when it comes to these short tracks, and like always, he's back at it, trying to figure out how to work with his teammate to move forward. Again, still
I'm meddling. If you want by, let me know.
The top 20,
just chilling.
I'm good. Yeah, same here. I'm just riding right now.
Further on back, continue to rage on. One up front battle that's starting to get a little bit more antsy. Watching the battle for 6th position. That's Brian McCann under fire from Nick Crawford. Those drivers getting side by side, and
he's eventually going to slide up too much. I'm going to put my nose in there, and then he's going to come down. Like right there.
There you go. Yep.
If I didn't back out.
Joshua Kanata, those 3 drivers need to be up front. Kanata's the one that's missing out right now in 17th, but right now Jujua, 4th place. Also Brian McCann in 6th. These are massive points that they need.
And there's so much racing going on this.
Getting hit from behind here, so I'm gonna.
Okay.
Wow, I just got run over again back here. These guys are ready to go.
We'll have to see. Will he pay the price?
All right, I'll stay low if you want to wrap the top here.
A driver who started second, though, he's now outside our top 10. Aaron Smith no longer inside the top 10, but is it because is he conserving tires? We still have 40-some laps to go before that stage comes out. While these laps go quick, these cars, they get tight. When they get tight, you really slow down.
Thank you.
We'll see.
Yep.
Oh boy, looks like maybe some
There was a little
right
bit of
there.
tightness. That's Nick Crawford, exit of 4, gets into Vincent Sora, and has just been trying to catch and hold on from battling inside of our top 10 to now almost outside the top 15 in just a blink of an eye. For the 74, also Drew Jewell having a little bit of a slip up for the 7 machine up the exit of 4, and this is seeing that loose sensation cranking the wheel. You talk about the track starts to tighten up. Looks like they're getting a little bit tight in. Loose off vector currently.
Exactly. The cars are, the front tires are maybe starting to go away. They're turning more, and then all of a sudden that rear end just snaps around on the and you see those drivers come out of the corner and they get that loose sensation, and that's where you can really get some guys down on that inside wall. Luckily, both of those drivers, the 740 and 7, were able to keep it off that inside wall. But I mean, the threshold, you're right there. You know, you come out of these corners with so much speed, you just don't want to risk snapping loose. But we have so many battles to talk about, and just drivers coming and going. I saw on screen, it looked like Cedric Hunter. He started dead last, and he was moving up spots too. So we have drivers coming and going all over this track.
One driver that is 1 lap down, that being Edward Sherwood Jr., who started on pit road for this race. But if we continue to stay green, we will have that first yellow at the end of stage, at the end of lap 60. So all drivers know that's the window they're looking for. Brian Noel, who also had an end-of-the-line penalty for the 07, he's moved up to 30th position, just a couple of positions so far. Trying to figure out how to get by Anthony Gotti on the 29 and the 15 of Ken Campbell, as this is the battle for 28th and 29th in front of Brian Noel from Lucky Duck. Says they continue to fight back and forth back here in last place. Fighting for every position really does matter for some of these drivers. Others, it's just salvage a type of a night for yourself, as with a, I could say small in quotations, a smaller field than what we've seen this season. It's been a lot of high 30 number counts, and we're in the 33 window for this field.
They're having to pick it up a little early here.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. It was like, man, I feel like I'm getting run over.
As Noel, again, still trying to fight to take some of these spots, as you saw the Hello Kitty machine. The 13 is Cedric Hunter, snapping a little loose in front of the group.
We have ourselves a cluster right here on screen. These drivers, look at this, they go in the corner, low, medium, high. They come out and they're all trying to get right up against the wall single file, and that's where it gets really hectic right here. It's going to be a move to the inside. Is he going to be able to complete the pass? That's the 51, Vincent Sora, underneath the 8. That's a pretty cool scheme right there. We talked about it last week. Got the same scheme tonight. The half a Dale Senior, half Dale Junior scheme. Right there behind.
Sorry, Ken.
No, you're good.
Just a little bit too much there.
Couldn't tell if you were staying down there for me or not.
I was trying to.
Medium lane, low lane. Now they're getting up there in that high lane. As we got one up in the wall, Trenton Jump.
Trenton Jump trying to skate his way off the wall. Now, Bristol's one of those unique racetracks where hitting the wall actually can assist you. You hit right in the apex of the corner, kind of help straighten you out and help with a better exit off the corner. But hit it too many times, that damage will collect and cause you to get required damage at some point, or damage your vehicle so much that it just doesn't feel drivable at some condition. But there's the 8 machine. Brian McCann enters tonight as one of the cutoff drivers, 16th in points, 16 points ahead of Nick Crawford, and also 24 points ahead of Cody Reed, which Cody Reed his night strictly be ahead of the drivers that are in front of him in points. Currently, Cody Reed runs in second place under fire from Drew Jua, who is currently 15th in points. The battle for second place rages on, and I'm looking at up front, Justin, it has been everyone second on back. They're running the outside wall, almost using it to get through the corner. One driver that's not, Gavin Rogers, is still running the bottom lane and keeping pace of a half a second ahead of Cody Reed and the rest of the field.
That's definitely some interesting data right there that you brought up. I remember racing Bristol, and I felt like everyone always wanted to get up top. And then there was a driver I raced against once.
Trouble strikes further in the back, and it's Brian Noel in the 07 that spins out on lap 39, coming to 40.
Brian Noel, that's not what he wanted to
Seemed like it was working really well, and then it just kind of evened out a little bit more than I was thinking.
Put him maybe in that
I think we have too much passing going on in the field, guys. We see single file more often. Thank you.
Luckily, it doesn't look like too much damage, maybe on the right rear.
You get by me here, Jared?
Yeah, looks like a squeeze between Noel and Anthony Gaudio. We'll see it here between the two drivers off the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, you would have thought we would have seen it. Hell, we're in the back.
I know, yeah.
Faster, and Noel and Gaudio just same place, same real estate, but you can't have two cars there. A little bit of a squeeze spin and minimal damage that you could have had collected. And there's the leader of Gavin Rogers. Rogers was
Wade, how we feeling?
Very quickly as
Whoa, now.
You say you just ripped the top, and then it just seems like those 7 maybe drifted up, maybe expected just a little bit more room. Gaudio was trying to hold his position. And both made contact off the exit corner. And this was 20 laps to go.
Taking tires?
Stage.
Oh, yeah.
And we have drivers entering pit road.
We got 20 to the stage. I'm saving.
This is that fun zone of the race with that caution in the middle of a stage. Drivers making that crucial call.
Wade's going to go up there and win the stage.
Or do you enter for tires? And it looks like majority of our front
That would be awesome if he did.
To stay out, except for Gavin Rogers. He will enter pit road. And a lot of the drivers that were also going to be looking for some major stage
My
points.
guess is we ain't done, reckon.
Are going to be staying out, except for Cody Reed.
I don't
He
think
enters
so.
Pit road, and most likely will be
Like
outside the top
91,
20
97
this
on the right
restart.
side.
I have to say,
Damn, you were tight.
I'm not sure about them pitting. Maybe they'll prove me wrong.
I've run pretty hard.
Racing, you never know.
You come back up to me.
Yeah.
She's going to come out in about 15 laps by the time we go back to green. Even with 4 fresh tires, they're just not going to have the opportunity, I don't think, to drive up there because these laps fly by. They're going to have about 3-4 minutes maybe to get to the front. I don't know. I don't know how they can do it. And the problem is, when that caution comes out again,
Right about the time I was about ready to like start going, that's when lost like 2 or 3 spots right there together, and I was like, dadgummit. Gonna lose all this position and then have to fight back around.
A lot of drivers was having a mid-stage caution because it was going to bring out this opportunity to come in for tires or not. There is a pretty big difference on tire wears when you're 20 laps.
So you think it's worth like putting much fuel in the car at the stage, or just
going to be 40 laps into a green
little
flag
bit?
run. They're going to have
well,
to the end?
if you're gonna be tight, like if you're feeling tight, then fill it up and it'll make it looser.
Tires. I think for Aaron Smith the second.
So I'm gonna fill it all the way up just because of that.
Yeah, I'd rather be on the looser side than pushing late.
But if
So.
you're Cody Reed, Drew Jua, who are just around that cut line, stage points just seem way too important to give up at this stage of this race. But they might be seeing a bigger picture. Again, some drivers' mentalities are more so in.
Although I'm probably about to get killed right here, so it's not
into the
gonna matter.
playoffs instead of point my way.
Positive
so we'll
thoughts.
continue to watch
Exactly.
how this works out for some of those drivers just inside of our top 16 in points and those that are outside.
Yeah, we got a lot of fresh tires behind us here.
Brian McCann going to be your front runners. Kelly has the control on the inside. Pace car into pit road, and we are back to green flag action for the Bristol Thunder 200 presented by Lariat Productions. Kelly takes up. Sora, though, trying to steal his second place position.
Not going to be able to do it coming out of the turn. They're still going to be side by side, but it looks like getting into turn 3, maybe able to clear. Yeah, he pulls up in front of Brian McCann, so to move Vincent Sora, the 51, up in the second place. Now his job is going to be down the
Middle of the field.
That was right next to me. I got put 3 wide.
Are you good?
I got some damage.
Look like some potential.
Yeah, I think Drew Jula was on freshies and he threw it in the middle. I don't know who was on the inside, but my guess is that's who got wrecked.
Oh, he's going to get hit right there, unfortunately. I thought Carl Puller was going to be all right there, Sam, but not at that last moment.
And was not able to skid away. Here's another look at it. Gavin Rogers was on the back bumper. We're not going to see it here. We're going to see the spin from his point of view. There we go. And right on the back bumper, close, but there's 3 wide. That tap from Rogers doesn't help. And then Christopher Wade comes clobbering in, and that's what gives the required damage to the 58 of Carl Puller. Looks to be some front.
So if there's a wreck within like 5 to the stage, then that's the stage. So if we wreck, yeah, so if we wreck on like 53, you can come down and then stay out at the stage.
I'm more with him how quick it'll happen. It's just, he just locks it down, and that might be that product of a lot of rear brake, plus he obviously turned
I guess
as well.
you could do it now.
Kind of locked up those rear tires and sent him for a ride, but here's the downside is that probably hurt his tires, that slide. He hit them up a little bit, knocked a little bit of wear off them. So see if he goes in and gets the tires, and that's the problem though. Using up another set of tires, that's the gamble.
Well, luckily for Brian Noel, has yet to use a set.
It looks like the outside gets a little bit better roll on the restarts.
All drivers have
It does, yeah, I agree.
for tonight's race, so this should just be his first of 4 in pit road to work with. Also, another driver going to be joining with Carl Puller. It's going to be Christopher Wade and Ryan Noel, as well as driver that was inside of our top 10. Going to be Ryan Ferraro. Now,
2 minutes and not 40 seconds.
Trying to make the playoffs here tonight, running for his own.
You gonna stay on the lead lap or get it all fixed?
So,
I don't want to start rolling.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Because I was like, you've got a guaranteed caution in 10 laps.
Leeway of you can pit now. Guess what? You can stay out at the stage break. Maybe top off.
I might not even worry about fixing.
Honestly, you might not.
If you pit, it's only honestly.
Like I said, one time in Martinsville, I dang spent the whole race fixing damage, staying on the lead lap and fixing damage.
Well, right
As soon as I got it all fixed, I got wrecked again.
Gosh, coming out at lap 6, like you said. These drivers that stayed out, Sam, I really am liking their strategy because they're going to get the stage points. There's just not going to be enough laps for most of them.
Got no damage as well, so the steering wheel like caught
Oh.
to left.
They also didn't use a set of tires.
Got offset.
Fresh tires, and starting right behind the guys who took tires who were going to have about 5 to 10.
Might make me faster.
I'm really liking
No
the guys
big deal, but all the top guys on new tires are right behind me and next to me, so.
Oh,
What
fun.
could go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of
You
the
that I'm in
stage,
danger,
it's
me.
gonna be complicated
Yeah, exactly.
how the rest of this race
It's like,
goes.
I just want to get out of the way.
10 laps to figure out who will get the most points at the end of our stage. We're back to green flag action for the Bristol Thunder 200 presented by Larry Art Productions. Ryan Kelly once again back to the front run. Vincent Sorrell will slot into second place, but it's the battle for third.
Oh, great. They put me 3 wide right in the middle. Nice.
And Trenton jump as they're hoping for every point. So is Brian McCann. McCann needs these points, but he's stuck on the inside. And it looks like that's the conveyor belt where you're going backwards.
I made it through 3 wide in the middle.
Grabs some of the points back to salvage that gap that he has between Vincent Sorrell and himself for that regular season championship.
That call moving up to 6. Brian McCann right there able to get to the outside. Was right in front of Zach Hall before that corner, so he was able to get up there and block that brigade on the outside that was getting around everyone. But look at Zach Hall have a great drive, but he gets into the wall, able to get off of it.
I'm going to have a front row seat to the wreck.
Able to get off of it,
Yep,
like you mentioned.
yeah.
Hit that sweet spot, you're able to go again, but again up in the wall. Hey, you don't want to be doing that too many more times.
No, you do not. And there are
There was something that happened down there.
in the middle of the field getting very antsy. Drew Jua, fresh rubber, is just
Yeah, they're being really aggressive trying to get some stage points here.
I know you're on fresh.
3 wide, but the tires are enabling him to take off and go. Same happening for Gavin Rogers and Cody Reed, where they're trying to work their way forward because they've already used the set of tires. They need bonus points, but they are not climbing as quickly as the sixth with 5, soon to be 4 laps to go in the stage.
That's fine. Drew I like taking
That
3
bottom,
wide.
these guys, they're all stuck up top. He's able to rip the bottom, making those spots up. Going to be up in the 6th position now. Sadly, only 3 laps to go, so that march to the front's going to really come to an end soon. But look at this Gavin Rogers. He's doing the same thing on the bottom. These drivers are all top on the older tires, and 75 just able to rip down to the bottom. And look at that. He's able to get 1 to 2 cars per corner, it seems.
He is really making a march forward as CGT Rosari in his spot, but it's Drew Jua currently up to 5th place.
Sorry, Tom, I had no fucking clue we were going through weather.
Slowing down way too much on the outside, and Vincent Sword defending for a quick moment to the inside groove. Now it's going to be 2 laps to go before the stage is over, and Drew Jua, with muscling other drivers out of the way, is now in position to take back the lead. The driver that entered here tonight, 15th in points, is looking for a maximum stage bonus point win here, as now it's 2 laps to go. Take it back, we're on the white flag of the stage. 77, what a run from 21st position to the lead in just 8 laps. Stage yellow is thrown, and that will be it. Justin, what a masterclass by the 77.
All right, Sam, is he listening to the broadcast? Did he want to prove me wrong? I said there was no way anyone on tires was going to come up in that short amount of time. I mean, he did it with even less time. We thought there was going to be
New tires did win the stage.
Really?
And got 3rd.
That really
And
opened up my eyes.
Gavin won it, and then Cody. Yeah, and Cody came in 3rd. Yeah, everybody else was on old tires.
That's impressive. Yeah, he restarted right behind me.
Oh, no. Drew Jua won. Sorry, I wasn't scrolling up. But he was on new tires, though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Drew got it, sorry. I'm so far down, it had it scrolled so I couldn't see the top.
Wow.
You will be finding yourself
I think Drew started pitted the caution
to the likes
before.
of watching
I don't think he put on that
McCann,
last one.
Joshua Kanata, who didn't find themselves getting those bonus points
I
that
think.
they crucially needed to make sure that they don't have the likes of Nick Crawford or also Cody Reed sniffing on their tail as Nick Crawford also finding himself some bonus points there.
Nick Crawford getting the bonus points, and that's great for him because we saw earlier in the race, remember he was one of those drivers that kind of got loose down there coming out of the corner out of the 74, so luckily he was able to salvage that and do really great. But now the attention is going to turn to these drivers that pitted. I'm assuming Drew Jewett.
We're not going to discuss tire wear.
He's got to stay out.
Yeah,
right?
mine was bad.
89.96 for me.
Yeah, it was 87, even worse.
Will.
Go. 98, 99. I've been doing some serious
look at him.
saving.
Yeah.
Around the 15th, 16th position. And we should have around 14 drivers staying out that pitted before our stage break. And for Jujua, what a run for himself. We'll see if we can pull up the 77 to get his thoughts on that run, because it was a spectacular one of just marching his way, moving drivers out, and getting himself the stage win. 77 to Drew Jua. It's Sam and Justin up in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Drew, stage winner, but man, you had to blitz your way through that field. How fun was it having the fresher tires and climbing to the lead?
I think I needed to get login information, so I would have had a backup car.
We had a 40 tire advantage, and just showing that I'm not really afraid to make those moves. Obviously, I'm going to upset some people. I felt like I made pretty clean middle moves, and some people don't know that we're 3, and it's to be expected. The car is going to be plowing tight after 40
Well, we've
laps,
officially got fuel to the end now.
trying to pull a MJ.
It's really just 2 more cents of what we did, plus a little.
Well,
That's
hopefully you feel
not
better after
a
that
lot.
run, 'cause that was a great performance.
It isn't.
You were
Yeah,
ripping
it'll go
the
by
bottom,
quick.
obviously, those guys up top, older tires, like you said, but do you think your car is going to be good on the bottom? Or are you going to?
Don't usually people put 250 laps for Bristol?
You kind of had to run the bottom there, especially with fresh tires, because everybody was just holding the top.
like
and
200 seems. Yeah, 200 seems right, but I don't know.
I think it was 56 and 9 were on the bottom. They were kind of trapped down there, so it was kind of like I had to go down there to make moves. So
I think a couple people did stay out here, so.
But should be fun up here.
Larry, I'm on like 66 lap full tires because I'm dumb, so
and good luck
I'm
for
going
the
to try and hold my line as best I can.
There you go.
Oh my God.
77. You can also hear it in his voice. Under the weather, not great, but man, did he perform there in those last 10 laps. Still plenty of great racing action as we're going to have.
Like he's on the outside lane too.
Yeah, I know. That's one way to get track position.
Control vehicle, Cody Reed going to be on the outside. Mike Tellier in third. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air for the Bristol Thunder 200 presented by Lariat Productions. For those that pitted, they didn't fall back as far back as I thought they were going to go to. It was 12th place where we find some of those drivers with fresh rubber. It's Ryan Kelly that's going to lead that charge, but it's not as big of an advantage as we saw Drew Jewett. It's going to be a lot more work to get by some of these drivers ahead of him.
And will be interesting to see how fast can those drivers get to the front. Like you said, they don't have as big of an advantage, about maybe 8 to 10 green flag laps difference on the tires, but that could eventually pay dividends. But
trouble for up front for a quick moment. Cody Reed, Drew Jewell getting into one another for a quick moment off the exit of turn 4. Cody Reed wants the lead. Again, a driver that it came into the night. 18th in points. He needs every point possible. He tried that last go around, tried to get by Drew, got into that rear right corner for a quick second. Another dashy move to the outside. This 25, he wants to show that the speed is there, and he needs this lap lead, and across the line, there's the lap lead for Cody Reed.
Cody Reed gets that important, valuable bonus point for leading a lap. Now he's going to turn his attention to, can he lead the most
Reckon.
laps? Right now we've had drivers pretty much split the first 60 seconds.
Are you kidding me?
Collisions on the entry of turn 3. Big one.
Oh my gosh, here I can.
I don't know. No, I mean, no is the answer, but like, I don't know how bad it is.
For the regular season championship, they're both involved.
I can come get a look at it here.
I'm down on RPM,
around
so.
on the track. That's gonna
And my wheels cockeyed.
here in this replay.
Oh shit.
So you got,
Okay.
yeah, checking.
Hall is going to be
Now we're
around
good.
the circle, and he's trying to make his way forward. Part of the drivers that took fresh rubber.
Hell, it might work out though.
Yeah.
Help save them tires, baby.
And Sora, they got into one another there for a quick moment.
You gotta go by me here, Tom.
For Hall, he then gets ran over in the back, and for Zach Hall, required damage for the 32. He had to go to pit road.
Curious to see it. It's actually
Why am I having to let everybody by?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, jeez, it's sending me way back here.
Zach Hall, Vincent Sora. Kind of bizarre movement Hall had. I know there's been a lot of iRacing issues, and yeah, he just breaks loose.
Yeah, he
overcorrects for a quick moment. It just, that was bizarre the way that it looked.
That's those cold tires.
Not too close.
Sorry to cut you off there. I think that's those cold tires.
Well, I'm saying it didn't look too bad when you...
I got 4 minutes of optional here, so.
Overcorrection, like you mentioned, and just so unfortunate.
It's good to see here from.
Well, it started off great.
Trying to get through this madness. Drivers.
Well,
People can't drive.
the best part of it is I can get about 10 seconds of damage fixed at a time.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That's why I ain't even bothering with it no more.
To go. Tried to avoid one wreck, tried to avoid the second, but the third was unavoidable and into the outside.
You only need 23 more cautions.
Yeah, I know it.
I really thought he was going to get through it there.
10 seconds pop.
Unfortunately. Wow. So drivers right now, doesn't seem like pit road was too busy other than the guys all in the accident. Maybe a couple drivers going into top on.
That weld machine looks good. I'd like to have his log in information.
Not sure if
Still in one piece. I barely got through that one.
Right now, the attention's going to be on Cody Reed.
The sad part is I saw it. I saw the smoke, and I'm slowing down trying to see what it is, and then I'm trying to give everybody room, and I clip. Either I clipped them or they clipped me. I don't know which way it was, but it was just barely.
Hi, Nick.
But would we have expected anything else?
Yeah, exactly.
3, 5, and 7. Every winner has led the most laps. There's been drivers that have
Only down
dominated all practically the whole race.
a little bit. I'm at 1987 RPM now. So.
Yep. Okay.
You should be quick in turns.
Yep.
These cars off. We're back to green flag action. The Bristol Thunder 200 had its first big incident. Could we have another one as we continue to stay green with this restart? Cody Reed with a great launch. Everyone else behind, trying to slot their way into a one-lane train.
You can hear right when we were on board with the 25, Cody Reed going up the gearboxes aggressively. You could hear almost the wheel spin. That was really fun to listen to on that restart. Doing a great job. Look at this. Right on screen, these drivers, they're all over the place. Again, Brian P. Johnson, he's driving down low. Brian Kelly, right here on board with Aaron Smith, having himself a quiet night, staying inside that top 5. Driver has really good speed at this track. Brian right now to get around Larry Yingling. Actually, it looks like maybe Larry Yingling was underneath him. Yes, Larry Yingling underneath him. That's the other crazy thing. Drivers underneath you, and you're still running the outside line, trying to get around someone. That's what makes this track so fun, the different lines.
The different lines we utilized with some of the drivers that were caught up in that last wreck. Thompson check officially calls it a night. Zach Hall still sitting in pit road. Gavin Rogers, our pole sitter, is currently running the apron just to log laps. Surprising to see the damage they're dealing with. Vincent Sora also dealing with some damage after that collision. It's given an opportunity for a lot of new drivers to be up front, and that was kind of a talking point I heard. A lot of drivers were saying, with the tendency of Bristol, there's a chance we could have a surprise winner that could really be one of the win-and-you're-in situations, as Cedric Hunter gets a little bit wiggly through the center of the corner after tapping the wall, and the Hello Kitty machine keeps it together for now. But you can tell all 3 lanes being utilized. You just want to make sure you're not 3 wide off the exit of the corner.
No, being exit a corner 2 wide is hard enough, let alone 3 wide. These cars, they want to migrate to the top because they carry so much speed coming out of the corners, and if someone's there, we've seen what happens, especially if they break loose. But this pack right now, we're watching, this is where we would say the Hornet's Nest, the 13's in the wall. Again, the 24 has to check up. If he doesn't, he's going to get right into him. Luckily, no incident right there. Everything's avoided. Wow, these cars are all over each other right now.
I feel like it's more of a when, not if there's going to be a wreck. Cedric Hunter just looks to be out of control, and Ollie Fonseca look a little bit impatient, as they know every lap that they follow this 13, they're losing a chance of another position. Hunter is trying his best to defend, but the just tightness he's feeling in the center of the corner, it's too great. And Ollie Fonseca continues to just stay behind. But again, Justin, it just feels like this is going to cause a wreck at some point.
Yeah, this is that like bottleneck right there. Nick Crawford underneath Ollie Fonseca. They almost made a little bit of contact. But the 13, he's up in that outside line where drivers want to be. But yeah, it seems like he's just right now, maybe he's taking care of the tires, or maybe he's just not having the car handled like you mentioned, but he's kind of holding that outside line, and Ollie Fonseca's kind of getting frustrated right now as the drivers on the inside are just consistently going by. And the 24, he's just not able to get to the inside to get around the 13 because you got cars underneath them. And that's where the frustration starts to build. Right now, he's going to force the issue. They're going to come out 2 by 2, and the 24 is going to now be on the inside trying to get around the 13.
I'm not surprised there was slight contact between the 13 and the 24 that last time around turn 4. So Ollie Fonseca finally gets an opening, able to get by Cedric Hunter. Now the new driver that's going to be following the 13 is going to be the likes of Ryan Ferraro, which Ferraro already makes contact. It just seems like this is a trouble zone. Mike Tellier, who's usually not in this position, one Daytona, but all the other tracks, he's just scrounging for a chance to survive a race.
I think this next wreck should probably do it for us, because it's coming.
Yeah, it is.
The field after starting on pit road, and also Vincent Sora caught up in that last incident, trying to get through this pack, as this is all the battling just behind 13th position, just turning into a wall. And if this progresses on for another 20, 30 more laps, Cody Reed, our leader right now, might have to deal with this himself, as Anthony Gaudio and Brian McCann get close to one another there.
20, 30 laps, you're right. They're going to be, the leaders will be right behind here, and that's when we worry about an incident. Drivers pressing as hard as they can to stay going a lap down, and the 97 gets way up into the 12. They're going to come out 3 wide. This is going to be trouble. Everyone is going to work the job.
The accordion effect does not cause another wreck there. It should have. Mike Tellier holds on. Same for Dakota Moniz. The rest of the field did a great job reacting to all the bumping and banging. Again, this is all action. 15 back to 23rd, 26th position are all in this gaggle of cars. They're just hoping for their lane to be the one that moves forward. But the outside lane is the one that's dealing with the most pressure. The accordion effect of Cedric Hunter just falling back throughout the field. It's causing a lot of drivers to drop down low. And the more drivers that go low, the more chances they have of just one driver slipping up.
I want to push it 3 so bad, but I don't want to be that guy right now.
You can see the ill handling cars.
Be that guy.
I might be fixing to be that guy though.
We have so many battles going on in place. I feel like something's about to happen right here.
You got everything to gain.
We're also about to have a battle up front. I think Drew is catching Cody Reed. I mean, Sam, there's action all over this track. This is really the monster of this track, just putting cars everywhere. So much excitement, and like you said, Cody Reed, 77, Drew Jewett, they're going to be catching.
Do it for your channel.
Battle almost 4 cars now. There are Yinglings even involved in this.
It's for the viewers.
Jump looking for an official win for himself. Get winner of the bonus race. We had a double header at the Daytona Road Course where Cody Reed, Zach Hall found himself winning the main event for that race. Trent Jump won the bonus race for the doubleheader. That did not count as an official league win, but for the 46, he would love for an official race, and what a race it would be to win it here at Bristol, as Cody Reed, and practically in a must-win scenario with all the drivers we have been running here tonight. The 25 trying to hold back Drew Jua. That can play a little bit of spoiler here. Larry Yingling, a former winner of this race, only back in season 3, runs in 4th as he's giving space to our top 3 to kind of race it out, use up their equipment. The 67 will try to pounce on this action.
This is wow, look at the 7. They're all just really getting up in that wall. You're in contact.
Thought Cedric was slower than he is, and I came to the bottom to run around him, and now I've just been stuck down here for about 8 positions.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's still hard to pass.
25's right there. So that's what makes it really hard to pass someone when they're running this close. He's going to try it right now. Nope, he's going to think better of it. The fear is if he goes down low, Sam, and can't clear them. Larry Yingling's right there to jump in and take the position. Then you got Ryan Kelly behind Joshua Kanata. So this is where it gets really interesting when you decide to make a pass on the inside. If you can't complete it.
And that top has momentum off.
Yeah.
Crawford to the inside, trying to get by Ryan Kelly and Joshua Kanata, and he's now stuck in the conveyor belt on the inside, trying to slot his way in between the 3 and the 16 as their top 3. Like you noted on, I think for Trent Jump, his chance to go for a pass might have been 4 laps ago. Now, Drew Jua, he'll go for an attempt to the inside, not for the lead, and he'll lose that position. Trent Jump solidifies. Shane Terrian and Ryan Kelly and Nick Crawford getting mixy inside of the top 10. We're back to side-by-side racing on who's going to take these spots.
Wow. And as you saw, Drew, he went from second, he went down to the inside, he couldn't make the pass, now he's trying to hold off and losing that second spot. And the problem's going to be is if he can't get to the outside, Larry Yingling's now there. This could be Drew's trouble right here. If he can't get to the top, is this conveyor belt going to take it around, or is the outside line going to get stacked up? And Cody Reed's seeming like he's starting to fall off, maybe burning those tires up from jumping out there fast and leading all those laps at the beginning. These drivers, it looks like the start of the race now.
Yeah, it's looking like it started the race, and now Trent Jump, he'll go for an opportunity to the inside and trying to make the same move Drew Jua went for, and it's going to backfire as now Larry Yingling will now slot into that battle for second place on the outside groove. And just talk about how hard it is to go for a pass. And we saw now 2 times in a row, drivers thought they had the momentum and the spacing to go for a slide job move on our leader of Cody Reed, and it's backfired. They've lost that second place position. Drua and Jump are going backwards. They need to find a slot to move back up. Now it's Yingling's time to go for a chance for the lead, and he might be slotted to the outside. We'll see if Yingling's teammate and Ryan Kelly will give space for him to slot back up into that outside position, but Yingling holds steady. Kelly stays high, and now Larry Yingling's going backwards.
Yeah, this is that trouble. It baits you into thinking, oh, I think Larry Yingling's going to get a break.
You got space, Kelly give him space, and now Shane Terrian's going to take the advantage because of that little bit of spacing. They're now going to be jostling further on back because of everyone woeing back to let Yingling high. Shane Terrian's going to try to muscle his way forward. Will he come back up? Maybe get a little bit of a tail slapper to the 25. Almost clear is Terrian. He's got the best chance. The 9 to the lead.
9 to the lead, going to clear the 25 into the corner. That's going to hurt Cody Reed's chance of leading the most laps, so some people definitely keep an eye on later. The 9, he's going to actually stretch that lead a little bit through the corners, able to make the inside work. One of those drivers, if you could pass on the inside, Sam, I have to say you have a really good car.
Yeah, and it all was thanks to Ryan Kelly back.
Ready for that caution at any time.
Up to the outside group. It just
Yep, sure would be nice.
Which allowed Shane Terrian to take a 2-for-1 pass on Yingling.
They're about 4 seconds behind me.
2 pounds on Cody Reed, who each and every lap just seems to get slower and slower, and now drivers on the inside have a better chance to tackle and go for this pass for the lead, as Cody Reed and Nick Crawford almost making contact, but it's going to be Nick Crawford trying to make this pass on the 25 machine, not able to do so. In the battle for second place, all happening as Shane Terrian is built up over a second gap lead. But Justin, note to the audience, we are 10 to 15 laps away from major lap traffic that they're going to have to deal to try to get by.
That's going to see. That's probably why Shane right now is flying. He wants to get to those lap cars and try and get around him as quick as he can without being held up. He doesn't want Nick Crawford catching him, who now has moved into second place, but he's still alongside Cody Reed battling on the outside. But look at this. Shane right now, he's got that little bit of clear track. He's able to conserve tires, ride the lane he wants, but still pull away because he's got that clean track in front of him, which is something so rare to happen at this track.
It's clean for now. Gets by Zach Hollow, stays on the apron. Luckily to get back out there on track. It's unfortunately 41 laps down. Anthony Gaudio going to be the first driver that Shane Terrian will get up to. We'll see where lap traffic wants to go. Terrian looks to have to drop low, which the preferred lane is the outside group. Terrian makes the pass cleanly. That's one lap car in between the battle for second place, which Nick Crawford is finally
Got clean track. I just ain't got the car or tires to do anything with it.
That's Drew Jua, Trent Jump. Remember, they were at one moment challenging for
I know,
this race. They've fallen
right on top. I got Cedric on the inside of me and then 14 in front of me. I'm faster than him, but I can't. He's on the high side.
Yeah, it took me forever to get around him. I had to start running the second groove, and we made contact a couple times because of it, but it eventually worked.
To the wall again. Luckily, they don't get stuck in the wall. We've seen that happen with some cars. These cars with composite bodies, they kind of bounce off the wall, but 77's trying to get to that outside corner panel this way he can stay on that outside line. As we talked about, it's so hard to get to the inside, but as the outside line continues to slow down, these drivers who are able to make the inside work, they have the better handling cars right now, they're able to move forward. I mean, some of them that you see, Brian P. Johnson.
All right.
Thanks, bud.
Sorry to cut you off. We're getting into danger zone. Lap traffic now in front.
No problem. Go get him.
Got to deal with Anthony Gaudio, and then within 5 laps, they got a little bit of a cluster of a battle happening. 27th to 30th that just are knocking it away from one another.
Look quick right now.
Terrian is already blitzed by that little pack I was talking about. He's on cruise control, almost 2 seconds ahead of Ryan Kelly, who's also gapped his way around this grouping. But lap cars are holding up Cody Reed now on the outside. It's getting dangerous. They have to go 3 wide. Anthony Gaudio, we're about to see potentially a big one on the middle, in the back stretch, but they keep it together. That's 1 lap car down. This pack and grouping now has another 3 drivers to try to get by.
You can see it. Look at their 3 wide, 1 up in the wall, stuck up in the wall. That could be problematic. They're almost 4 wide at the bottom of the screen there, able to sort it all out. But ooh, this is getting exciting. Getting very exciting here.
The mixture of lap cars and lead lap drivers. This is what Bristol's all about. How can you navigate traffic more efficiently than your competitors around you to gain or lose positioning? And right now, Shane Terrian's done a great job of pulling away. But the rest of the field, they've got lap cars that they need to figure out how to get by. You have the likes of the 13 of Cedric Hunter. We saw his struggles in what
Medlin, where are you at?
Wade, Carl
I'm up in 14th. I think I'm in the lead pack here, but
it's lap traffic.
it's getting dicey up here.
Well, go get them.
It's going to be Ryan P.
I'm about to get lapped.
First lead lap traffic.
Oh, wow.
Mixture. They're pushing the lap cars high. Cody Reed finally has to drop down low, and the tightness is going to force him to go 3 wide in the middle of that pack. You can see them.
Shane just hit the wall.
In the picture.
He's the leader.
It's just a madhouse for all the drivers. 4th on back trying to get through lap traffic, and it's only going to get worse from here.
Oh boy, they're all
there it is.
I mean, now they're just going so slow that even when they get
I still can't get rid of 14.
they're trying to stay off of one another and they're not spinning out. But look at this.
Tried it once. On the inside, got real tight about locking him out.
25 Cody Reed, that car, the handling is really starting to give up on that GTR. Zari up there in the wall.
3 wide, 3 rows deep. You don't see this very often, and they're somehow keeping it together, but this is somehow the outside groove is keeping it. Those are the lap cars on the outside, a little bit of eating and banging.
I'm in the horns now with all these leaders.
Yeah, this is wild in this back here. I'm just like 2 rows behind you, Wade.
And Douglas Newbegin, what a
I suggest using the bottom because I'm slow up here.
Yeah.
But still, 3 wide in the middle of that pack. And they somehow scave after this, and we now have...
Damn, Shane's a second ahead of me, and P2 is 1.3 behind me. He's got a heck of a lead.
If we stay green, we only have 17 minutes left in this race.
So I have to quick ask you. You said they're fine on fuel. We don't have to worry about anything with fuel. But these drivers, would anyone even consider going in? I know if the caution comes out, your race is over. But I mean, if you can run a second and a half, 2 seconds faster, I mean, can you make the time up, Sam?
With the way this traffic is, no, you would not. There's no way you would get through this traffic. So you'd be 2 laps down, trying to get through this pack twice. There's no way without causing a wreck with the speed difference. You are stuck at the mercy of this field. And the only time you're going to pit is if we have a caution, which if a caution comes out, everyone's taking tires. There's no way you stay out being this slow that we're seeing these drivers running at.
No, definitely. They would all want those 4 tires. But like you said, going in right now with the
Well, it's that time again.
roads and the speed limit, you would go definitely 2 laps down. I'm thinking, like you said, how you get around past everyone. But man, those drivers, they probably want tires so bad. You can see
thing sucks.
so ill handling. They're so slow through.
Brother, I'm driving
corners.
for the front clip. Tell me about it.
Maybe someone starts shifting, trying to
Driving
speed
without
coming
anything.
out of the corner. We see right here, we're on board with Danny Cochran. He's staying in 5th gear.
I'm driving without a right front or a top of the driver.
That's the strategy drivers are starting to utilize.
Shifting certainly would be a strategy that you could go for if you're running so slow that it just you can't get off the exit of the corner. I know for our leader, Shane Terry, he's staying in 5th gear. I believe for Ryan Kelly in 2nd place, he's staying in 5th. Ryan
barely has an engine.
is shifting. He's in 4th position, trying to run down Nick Crawford. And based off the lap
6
times,
minutes optional.
Shane Terry, so it's more of a feeling. Do you feel like you're faster in a placebo effect? Then you're shifting. Otherwise, you're staying in 5th gear and trying to send it as quickly as possible.
I was able to get down low and past 14. After all kind of fast.
Shane there, but they're not. They're staying 2.1 seconds.
And Norris are having a nice little battle.
He's getting through traffic. The car worked.
Or
He was able to
24th.
the driver was able to drive by the original lead with Cody Reed on the inside when everyone else was failing to do so. So Shane, he's really got it figured out. We have to give him the ultimate shout out. Always on the controller, doing really good.
Yeah, the one of the very few controller drivers that is performing so well. And as these drivers from practice qualifying to now race, they saw the transition from day to night. Now fully glowing under the lights is the field. As the track temp around 85 degrees is the temperature, air temp 71. Slight wind, it's not really moving too much. Humidity though is at 89, so a little bit more tension on the engine. They're not maybe getting as much speed as they would usually get with that humidity, but all these drivers, there was worry with the track temp cooling off, Justin. There's always that worry of sometimes you drive too fast at Bristol, like to bring out some madness. It seems like here tonight, they're driving so fast that they're practically using the wall.
I thought you said caution was coming.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them are just
God,
getting in there and
I needed one.
utilizing that cushion of the wall. Seems to always happen here at Bristol. And luckily these cars can take the beating. I mean, but eventually you never know, that could always pop up. You get that wheel.
Leaders, I'm about to pass me again.
Trouble. But right now these drivers are able to hit it enough that they're not getting that major damage. You see right here, we're on board on these drivers, how quick they just get to that outside. I mean, the 70, he's even a little bit
Zach.
higher here. Smith. But you see that cushion, you can see the kind of rubber, the chunks of rubber up there. You don't want to get above it too much. You see right there, that black line kind of where they're all running. These drivers, this is Larry Union right now. They're on board. You can see right there, we're staying in 5th gear. Sam, like we talked about, most of them staying in 5th. We mentioned about Brian P. Johnson going down. He's now down to 7.3 seconds. Actually, just lost his spot, so it does not seem like it's working for him.
No, it does not seem like it's working for him, but you threw out the option of would someone maybe take the chance of pitting, maybe get some tires. There are some black cars that have pitted 4 tires, one of those being GT Rosari. Watch out on the 14. He's going to try to climb his way through some of the madhouse, and he will catch up to the battling that's been happening from 5th all the way back to 15th. That's been on top of one another. Other drivers that have been trying to make their way forward, just making the top 5. It's Brian McCann. After all of his woes, he's now made the past 5. Brian B. Johnson, who was able to get by Cody Reed, tried to build up a gap, it just didn't work for himself.
I'm half expecting to get a meatball soon from my right front.
Drivers, but looking at this field, we got less than 50 laps.
You might as well just hold out for another 50 laps.
Oh no, I'm trying.
We're left.
Keep on driving it flat.
Drivers left on the lead lap, but if we continue to stay green,
Just wall ride it all the way around.
11 on the lead lap, maybe even less, based off the pace.
Take out a few cars when you had it too.
Might be transferring over to Ryan.
I'm working on it.
Kelly now less than a second behind Shane Terrian. He's been getting by traffic a lot cleaner, but you can see there, Ollie Fonseca, a little bit of a holdup. But it's not enough to really slow down this 3 who makes the pass on Ollie, and Shane is struggling. The 9 is trying his best to get by Cody Reed. Will do so as Cody Reed now once was leading, now 1 lap down.
It is amazing how the handling on these cars, once it goes away,
Car stopping by.
Danny Cochran spun out of our leaders, and that
Should stay out and take the wave around.
will change everything.
Yeah.
We just went from drama.
There is no way.
Ready for some madness. As we're gonna have less than 50 laps to go in the field, expecting everyone to come into pit road to get fresh rubber.
Yes, everyone will definitely be getting tires. Not a chance. We'll see right here on the replay exactly.
I'll just have to wait and take the wave around during the green white checker.
Come out of the corner, and
It's gonna be the out of 2, it looks like, and he's just gonna snap loose here. Kind of similar to what the wreck we saw before with Zach Hall. Just snaps loose, gets the tap, and away you go. Kind of the finishing blow. When a driver is getting loose off the exit of the corner, tries to slow down, and brings out the yellow flag. We'll look back right now more with the 2. And just how quickly Andrew Medlin had no way to react. This 2 snapping loose, going out of turn 2 here.
yeah, gonna be right coming out of this corner.
Tires, fuel.
And when he breaks loose, like
This
that,
pit
he kinda
lane's
gets out of the
closed.
throttle and
For,
the
oh,
tires
because I'm a lap down.
throttle,
I'm an
and
idiot.
that's how quick accidents happen. I mean, we see that happen at Bristol quite often, and it carries over to iRacing. And these drivers are all going to be going in.
Medlin, you still in the lead lap?
The most important
Yep,
thing here
yeah.
is do not speed, do not go.
Yeah,
below the blue line
that
too
caution was
soon.
right in front of
You
me.
don't
Like,
want
I
any
don't,
penalty
there's a
here.
chance I may have
4
tapped him,
tires?
but he was already
Get a
losing it
tires?
coming out of 2.
No, 4. Who's taking 2?
I'll have to go back and look at the replay.
You need that track
Starting to smell a 15 on that car now.
Yeah.
We're in concrete. Someone's always willing to risk it.
Look out now. Since I'm getting tires, I think I can get about 2 or 3 seconds of damage fixed. That's going to be the magic one.
Which will then do another 3 or 4 laps, and we could get multiple cautions here.
They're
and
taking
you
the
might
wave
not lose any
around
track
now.
position, and then before you know it, might be fine
No,
to go.
Chris,
You're
you're
in
gonna
the
get a
top 5. Even
penalty,
if you have
I
2
think.
tires, can you
Or
make it
wait.
work? It's
No,
just
never
a
mind,
play
you're
like
good.
you said.
Here
We'll see.
I got lost there. I'm
Looking
sorry.
at the drivers' pit times, looks like is all 4 for everyone that pits. That's under lead lap. Again, we only had
40.94.
17 in total that were on
The
the
guys
lead
nearly
lap. We
passed the
have
name pace car.
on back, a few drivers thinking about maybe going for a wave around for themselves. And Shane Terrian not able to keep the lead. Ryan Kelly was able to make the pass under pit road.
And what's important about that, Sam, and we'll talk about it, is deciding where you want to start on that restart. Ryan Kelly's now, he's definitely going to choose the outside. That's huge for Ryan Kelly to get that lead. We know he's a fast car, but now he's got the lead. He's going to be able to protect that outside, and it's going to put Shane in a spot being on that inside. We know he has speed on the inside, but will he get the restart, or is he going to end up battling 3rd and 4th position?
That's going to be the big thing is, does Kelly, like you said, where does he want to go? Did relook at the pit stops? Like you know, Don, don't want to make any mistakes. Don't slide through your box. That's exactly what Shane Terrian did. Old tires, slammed on the brakes. It did not slow down. It just kept on sliding. And that's why he lost out on having to lead out of pit road. Danny Cochran, Cedric Hunter, going to be leading the train of drivers that are going to be taking the wave around to get back onto the lead lap. The only issue, they're over 90 lap older tires than those that just came to pit road to get service done. I want to say thank you to all those that have been with us here tonight. A quick shout out to our major sponsor of the WSSR at Trophy Smack. Head on over to
Where's the whole field? Oh my God.
if you're looking for trophies, belts, rings, and more. And if you'd like to have a metal plate showing off an artwork of your choice.
Feel free, Jared. The lap when it goes green, I'm on 160 lap tires.
Use promo code WSSR Smack for 10% off. We're back to green flag action as Ryan Kelly on the outside took off immediately already out of 4-car length lead over Shane Terrian. 40 laps to go in the 9 under pressure from Nick Crawford, who needs a win here tonight to make the playoffs. The 74 with all the pressure. Douglas Newbiggie, who runs in.
I don't know how the fuck you made that stick, Nick.
And Ryan Kelly blitzing his way past all of this calamity behind him.
I'm sorry, Carl. That's a blue tire.
To the inside of the 9, but wasn't able to make the pass. And now Drew jumps to the outside of the 74. Nick Crawford, like you said, he needs to get that win. He's going to be able to get back to the outside. That's important there, right for him, able to get to the outside and hopefully protect those spots. But 71, Ed Shearer Jr., he's got it going on the outside now. He's going to go around the 74, who chose to go back to the inside. Ed Shearer Jr., we haven't got to talk to him about too much, but like you said, Sam, he started this race on pit road, and now he's driven up into the side of the top 5. I mean, he's put on a really good race.
He's putting on a fabulous show for us here tonight. Knew there was going to be a caution thrown at some point. Decided to start on pit road. Also had his end of the line penalty, so he was going to start in the back. Decided to keep himself out of trouble early, and it has been rewarded up to 4th place for Sherwood Jr. Douglas Newbegin in the 7 machine, one of those must-win drivers.
Sorry.
As trouble strikes the
That loses. Sorry.
Going to be spun around Andrew Medlin as well.
Damn it.
Right there out of that corner.
Well, that sucks.
Shot at 12. It looked like
That
maybe
one
he
was
came down or
100% my
Trent
fault.
Jump came up. We're going to check that replay, but now we're
Admit to nothing.
Stepping on your dick. 33 laps to go.
Yeah.
Going to change everything, but going to be another restart.
Oh my gosh.
He has some heavy damage.
2 more wrecks and I'll get the lucky dog. I
Who's coming
think.
out of turn
All right, well, there's
two,
one.
Andrew Medlin.
Dang it, man. I had a good race going there, too.
They're both trying to react. Medlin just having that incident, and he'll snap loose right down at
And Trent was just wrong place, wrong time.
Clobbering into the inside pit wall.
Yeah.
And they will find themselves trying to restart further back in the field. Either one of them have to.
Oh, that's frustrating.
But one
Are you
driver
killed,
does,
or?
Christopher Norris,
No, but I just hate
higher.
wrecking other
Some of the
people. We were
drivers
running good. We were running
came
12th and
around.
13th, and
They were blowing
we were side by
tires
side. I was on
during
the outside and just got loose.
Christopher Wade had his own
Just
issues
not
with
enough
black
room to
flag.
recover
That was
before I hit
pit
him
road.
and
The
took him
second
out.
runner under that green flag run, he blew a tire and was forced into pit.
No, I
road.
don't really have much
Local
damage, but
drivers needing this pit stop badly for themselves.
not a good time to wreck with 35 to go.
Educate me. I know it was an update recently, like a year ago, that iRacing.
If you stay on the lead lap, there'll be a green white checker.
0%, or
Yeah.
is it a temperature-related thing? You hear about it happening at Bristol on these long runs. I mean, if we didn't get that caution,
What I'm hoping for, we go long enough before the wreck that
everybody
everybody comes in, and then I can just get the wave
because
around
they already
then.
pitted, so they're good on tires.
Yeah.
But if we had stayed green to the end, there was a chance of them
It won't
actually
happen,
blowing
but-
up their tires. It's on a thread. These drivers have
We can hope.
a percentage
Yeah.
of their tires, 100%.
And short checks have not been my friend this season. The only cautions I caused was all at Martinsville and now Bristol.
It's kind of random if it's going to blow at some point.
Well, you do
Most
need to
times
work
it's
on your short
zero,
tracks, you know.
But sometimes
I
they
do,
go at
yeah.
15,
I
sometimes
mean,
they go at 10,
I usually
sometimes
feel pretty good at these,
5,
but man,
somewhere in between. And for
I guess I need more than 3
Christopher
minutes of
Norris and I
practice.
believe for Christopher Wade, all had that issue at some point during the
Where's
lap
the fun in that?
greens. And those
Yeah.
were the drivers that took the
No,
wheel
I just
out
got so
were
upset.
on
I hate taking other people out. It's-
so
We were racing
trouble
pretty
for
good
them.
there.
The drivers
No.
are willing to still stay out and attempt for a wave around.
But there's
See
a
those
rear
tires
bumper though, right?
The majority of the drivers that took the wave around, they came into pit road. They
Yeah,
set the lead lap.
I did it. I'm
Those are going to
sorry.
be the drivers from 13th back
I mean,
to 21st.
Gavin, I can't
Coming into
speak
pit road,
for
getting
what
service
Zach's doing,
done.
but
They're going to
I know for a fact he
10
didn't
lap
have a front bumper on
advantage
that last
on
round.
their tires compared to our top 12.
It fixed my car,
We saw
but
in
I
the
have
beginning
no
of the race,
steering. I'm literally
40
steering
lap
to the right
tires.
in the corners.
Massive advantage when someone
like you'll be
was
lining
on
up
40
behind
lap
the
old tires, but like you said, only 10.
They're
gonna be
Not
lining up
expecting
behind the
as big
5.
of a drive as
All
we
right,
saw
we need to
in the
be
beginning.
behind
I
the
didn't know we
25.
were on dirt,
Outside
Bristol.
the top 10
One
to
to go.
get the stage win.
To be on the
But
inside,
there's 30
directional.
laps
I wish.
so will those 10 lap better
Get
tires
behind the 50.
eventually
Coming to the green here,
get
bud.
these
Those
drivers to
tires
the
lead
top
off, drag
5?
those brakes.
It will be very interesting to see.
47.21. Get behind the 68.
As we get ourselves prepared for this restart, going to be less than 30 laps to go when we go green. Ryan Kelly, Shane Tarrant going to be your front row.
Man, that's pretty wild. Like, I was running like 13th before the wreck, and I only fell back to 18th with
Tonight,
pitting.
instead of our top 16, he was 15th in points. Drew Jr.
I would have thought I would go a little further back than that.
Place position. He is good on points. Brian McCann, who was 16th in points. He currently is in the good in 6th position. Nick Crawford must win if he wants to make the playoffs. As we are green, Crawford starts in 5th place, but Kelly doesn't care as he is already 3 car lengths ahead over Shane Tarrant.
No, Kelly might not care, but he's about to have potentially a new person in 2nd place behind him. That 71 machine had a great restart, but was not able to clear the 9 of Shane Tarrant. Drew Jewett, he's back up inside the top 4. We know he had great speed as well. Larry Ewing now ripping the bottom, trying to make up ground. Not sure if he's going to be able to clear these drivers coming out. Is he going to be able to slide up in front of the 70? He thought about it, but he thought better of it.
Dakota Moniz, what a save for the
Good
five.
save, Dakota.
As he went for a drift off of turn number 4, keeps it underneath, and we stay green. But all these drivers recognize it is go time if they want to have a surge to be up front and race for a championship, make the playoffs potentially. The drivers that are on the fresher rubber trying to make some big moves. It's going to be Joshua Kanata, Cody Reed.
Damn it. Well, now I just got destroyed.
It's worse. Caution flag is out. As I believe it was Medlin and Richard.
Wow.
Lucifer.
This got eventful for
I
me.
saw that, and I was trying to gas it up to get around Ollie. That might have been for Lucky Dog.
Maybe snapping loose in the corner. We'll check it out, but it looks like that car's not driving too well. Even
I got a meatball.
Kind of just took right off
Oh.
the wall. Probably got some bent tires.
Danny did.
See right here exactly what happened coming out of the corner.
Hand to God, Trenton. I don't know. I don't know what I do or don't have. My steering wheel was in 10 o'clock position, and ever since I got in that wreck, I've been
You're
fast.
side by side. You're
I
trying to get
don't
space. You're also trying to run your own position.
Yeah, bro, your left front's pointed out, so.
Whoa, that was a.
Yeah, your left front is
Yeah.
pointed hard left.
Maybe the 56
Yeah,
kind
it's like having a concussion and then hitting you again to offset the
Maybe something
previous
happened.
concussion.
That just looked really weird.
All right, it's me and Noel for the Lucky Dog.
The orange is when it's pointing.
And that's it.
04 or whatever it was. Where you got them modified and it made them fast.
Huh?
Said you better get it.
Like, it looked
Yeah,
more
well,
than that
yeah.
Mustang.
We're the only two 1 lap down, so as long as somebody new doesn't go 1 lap down, I can take the next one.
Things I kind of brought it
I'm going a lap down here, so.
Well, damn it, you better get 2.
We're trying to, a chain reaction there.
Well,
I'll
come,
be 2 or behind you.
come on out. We'll race for it.
Yeah. I got 15. Well, I'm just finishing the required right now. Where's pace car
I
at?
believe there was supposed to be an opening there, but because
Are you
of the
guys
chain
in 1 yet?
reaction,
It's the middle of a turn. I don't know which one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out of 2. It's coming out of 2.
That's why it looked so funky.
Yeah,
Because
All right, I only got 15 minutes of optional left.
There should have been space there, but it's one of those.
Oh, geez, my car won't even turn.
That just takes someone.
Hello again,
How is
Daniel.
that
I
optional?
think that's the perfect analysis right here. I'm
Good to see you.
12. Also, maybe he
A nice radiator you got there.
I thought with optional you could at least turn the car.
Oh, there it is.
Man, it's so weird because like sometimes with optional you'll go out and then the engine will blow.
Yeah, the 12 backed up and like.
And it's
I
like-
can't even barely yeah, I'm literally just driving around on the apron or pit road here, and I'm going to go right back to my stall. I'm done.
Chain reactions happen, and makes it very challenging for us to even try and figure it out. But I think we all figured that one out exactly.
All right, we need to
That
get
call
behind
broke
the
loose in front of
34.
him, and everyone checked up, and unfortunately.
Well, I shouldn't be surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised where I was
Yes,
running
Robert
before I
did a great
decided to
job. Her production,
start
getting all
causing
the
wrecks.
Camera footage there to figure that one out. But now we're back up here. We got 20 to go, under 20.
I've literally been involved or right in front of or right behind all 3 of the last cautions.
Try and get some fresh rubber to problem.
Storm strikes again.
Go maybe 15
Yeah.
to 16 laps on these tires now up front. Not 40 yet, and we're not going to get to 40 because this race will be over by that time.
Yeah, it's difficult to make that judgment call as
No,
we're going
one
to
to
be
go.
having 21
Gotta get
drivers
Poppy
on
back
the
in.
lead lap. Olive Fonseca
Leave
gifted
me on
the
the
lucky
inside.
dog position. Brian Noel
All
going
right,
to take a wave around
let's
with
try
them,
it
which is going to force the 07 to be 1
again.
lap down.
46.
But up front, want to be seeing Ryan Kelly, Shane Tarian, Drew Jua, Edward Shore Jr., Brian McCann, Nick Crawford. Going to be your top 6 with Brian P. Johnson, Douglas Newbegin, Vincent Sora, and Aaron Smith. The second going to be inside of our top 10. And based off the restarts that we've seen so far here tonight, the leader has the advantage. If we go into overtime, whoever's the leader most likely is going to win this race unless there's a huge difference on tires. We'll see here, 20 laps to go as we are back to green flag action. The Bristol Thunder 200 presented by the Lariat Productions is underway. Drew Jua took the launch, predicted when they were going to go, and up to second is the 77.
Clear.
We will have a new driver behind the battle. 77 getting that great restart. We know he had great short run speed in the beginning, especially when he was on those new tires. We saw him drive to the front, rip the bottom. Will he be able to utilize the bottom and get around Ryan Kelly? 19 laps to go. He's got to make that move fast. These laps are going to fly by.
They certainly
Need
are.
that caution now.
Now going to be 18 laps to go here tonight. Douglas Newbegin
Say no more.
side for 6th position, but their hopes of a win in your end situation
Had a perfect opportunity to Danny someone.
continues to defend the battle.
I don't know how strong Noel's car is right now, and he's catching, so that's why I was like, I need that lucky dog.
They're trying to find a way to squeeze the 9 to push him back to 4th if possible. But at this moment, it's going to come down to tire wear. Does Ryan Kelly's tires ever fall off and give a chance to Drew Jua or Shane Terrian? Because it looks like it just might be the 3 in a dominant position, defending high, and continues to try to pull away from the rest of the field. Terrian continues to slap that outside wall at the apex of the corner, and at some point that's gonna give as he's just losing any chances of running down our top 2. But Justin, 15 laps to go. Ryan Kelly looks strong.
He does look strong. The driver, first one on the bottom, making a move back there to 71, Best Sure Jr. Is he going to be able to, oh, the 77, he got in, it's just, I feel like they get in the wall and they come off so quick. Just catching me off guard there, Sam. I'm thinking they're going to get stuck in that wall, but they're able to get off of it. The 9's
Terrian used it to his advantage there. Crushed it, centered up, and he's going to use the advantage of the wall to get the better straightaway speed. Slide job move, forces Drew Jua back to 3rd. Terrian might have just given himself the green light. It's go time for the 9 to run down Kelly. And we'll see if there's any other shenanigans of using up that wall. That is an advantage at Bristol. You hit the apex, it can straighten you out, get a better exit off the corner. And that's the fun and joy of sim racing, is there's those little nuggets of knowledge that can help you. And Kelly doing his best to defend. A little bit less than half a second is the difference between 1st and 2nd with 10 laps to go here tonight.
Ryan Kelly's just looking out his mirror saying, you guys do what you want back there, but just keep racing each other because I'm going to pull out half a second lead. Doesn't sound like much, but it's a decent amount here at this short track. That's a little bit of ground they got to run down, but one slip up from the 3. He'll be right back there in the clutches of the 9, the 77, and the 71. Right now, they're the top 4 that are running down. Don't count out Brian McCann. If these drivers get to racing, he's back.
Oh, this is weird. I only got a couple minutes of optional left, and I still can't steer my car.
It is just dropping quickly for Drew Jua. Think big picture.
I've never seen this happen.
Yeah, the steering wheel was optional, so apparently.
Yeah, you don't need steering.
Just don't get yourself.
I decided with 10 to go, I was just going to come out here and crawl around pit road and try to get 2 laps to pass the next guy.
They're pretty solidified. Brian McCann understands he just has to stay ahead of Nick Crawford and Cody Reed, that both have been just falling off here recently. Crawford was in a must-win scenario. He's nowhere close. So with 6 laps to go, the 9 is the only driver that has a chance to close in this gap. Terrian is trying different lanes now to find a little bit of extra speed, and it worked out that last time by. He caught by a 10. Terrian might have found something in that middle to bottom lane here late.
Still there.
Yeah, definitely running a different line. He's entering over, sliding up, cutting it back down. 3, he's trying to protect a little bit too. Probably trying to save a little bit of tire in case they get to it. But 4 laps to go. I mean, it's definitely go time. I think the 3's doing what he needs to do, but the 9 trying to put on a show. You can see he charges into that corner, gets in there really good. Coming to 3 laps to go, is he going to have a chance to do anything?
It just seems like whenever Shane Terrian gains a 10th, Kelly gains a 10th and a half back the next lap. It just isn't close enough. Terrian's best chances, though, have been through 3 and 4. That's where the advantage has been. You just have to close in ever so slightly. 2 laps to go for the 9 machine of Shane Terrian if he wants the chance to run down Ryan Kelly. Kelly, on the other hand, has looked strong. He found himself in the victory lane at Dover. Talked about how
you're telling me they can't wreck.
Help a driver out. Well, he's trying to find a way to win here at another concrete course. White flag is out, presented by Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
With all that, they can't wreck when I need them to. One last time.
But not close enough. Kelly will win here at Bristol.
The battle for 3rd. Drew was going to get it. As sure Junior footage
on
him, but was not able to.
1 wreck. That's all I needed.
Ryan Kelly, you see right there, the 9, the 77.
Good win, Ryan Kelly.
These drivers put on a great race tonight. A lot of battling up front, but the 3 machine outsmarts.
Bunch of bums.
Win. We'll be talking to him.
Robert, that was an awesome finish there, buddy.
An awesome performance all around by the league. Ryan Kelly's going to enjoy this one.
Especially that one coming up behind me. Look, hit me after the race. That's a protest.
Oh, my
That is a protest.
Just based off the point difference, it was going to come down to most likely a win.
I think.
Hey, you need me for next week, huh? Man, you gotta wait till the week after.
Yeah. Yep. I need you good to go.
Top 16 that exit, but Ryan Kelly enjoyed
For an event next week.
that the 3 machine wanted to grab. He'll join
One
the
more wreck,
race
man.
of a two-time winner this
I could have probably got
season.
P15. I was fast there then. Plus, I would have had tires and they wouldn't have.
We'll
So.
talk to our top 3, Ryan Kelly, Shane Terry, and Drew
Not in the
Jula,
cards.
the Spotlight driver, right after this.